Before it gets better.
Finding his moves, we meet the 14-year-old from West Devon whose life has been transformed by dance.
And we meet the author from Lou, inspiring hundreds of Cornish school children to take action against plastic pollution.
I would like them to know that scientists think in 2050 that there's going to be more plastic than sea creatures in the ocean.
Good evening. Health experts in Plymouth are warning that a no-deal Brexit would be the worst-case scenario for the region's hospitals.
With nursing vacancies rising and an increasing demand for care, uncertainty over the UK's future relationship with the EU means fewer European nurses are coming to the West Country to fill vital roles. Sam Blackledge reports.
Making breakfast, ready for another busy day in surgery. Theatre nurse Sandra was one of many European health workers who moved to the West Country in a pre-Brexit world.
It's a difficult decision to make. You're leaving your family behind, you're leaving your friends, everything you knew is going to now go and you're going to have to start from scratch in some other place. Perhaps Brexit is even making it slightly more difficult. You know, if you were scared before, then, oh God, with all this Brexit, oh no, then I better not do it then.
Sandra says nursing jobs in Spain are hard to come by. But crossing the continent and starting a new life may be about to get a lot more complicated.
What if people from the European Union is not coming in because of this uncertainty of what's going to happen with my life now? Am I going to be able to stay there, build a new life? Am I going to have to be, coming back home? And if they're not coming, who is going to do it? So it makes you wonder a little bit if the situation is going to perhaps deteriorate.
The number of NHS vacancies hit a record high last year, and with nursing students no longer receiving bursaries, the gaps are beginning to widen. A leading academic from Plymouth University says ending freedom of movement could spell disaster for the region's hospitals.
In Devon alone, we've got 820 nursing vacancies. Escalate that across the rest of the country and the situation is really dire. We need those additional people coming in the way that we've always done that. And if barriers are put in place, we have a major problem. We've seen people going back to their home countries. We've seen a real reluctance in people coming in because of the uncertainty around what's going to happen to them. Are they going to be allowed to stay? A no-deal Brexit would be probably the worst-case scenario for the NHS, and I'm just hoping that that does not happen.
The number of nurses from EU countries coming into the NHS is falling all the time, down to just 8% last year, while the rate of European nurses leaving is going in the other direction. But some believe a no-deal exit could actually free up the health service to recruit from further afield.
When you look at the rest of the world and nurses with the skills to be able to provide that care in our hospitals, the world is a much bigger place than the European Union. I really wish people would now look at the opportunities leaving the European Union gives this nation, rather than the doom and gloom that we are hearing.
UK politics continues to cough and splutter its way through another difficult winter. But will we soon be on the road to recovery, or are things about to reach a critical point? Sam Blackledge, ITV News, Plymouth.